Representative, welcome back to the program here. Republicans have several ideas to punish quorum breakers. What are you expecting?
Well, first of all, let me say that there's only been a quorum break 4 times in the last 50 years, so this is an extreme and a rare thing to do. And I'm expecting them to try to silence the voices of the minority. And the only thing, Jason, that we're required to be here to vote on is the budget. It is a tool that is time honored for people in the minority party to utilize to stop legislation that's going forward.
Did
I'm
Democrats
ex
have any options, though, to defend themselves against any potential punishment?
well, they are the majority party, and they have taken a very vindictive attitude about us exercising what is our constitutional right to do. But we are going to put up a fight and make sure that the people realize what is at stake. And Jason, let me say that our politics have just sunk to a terrible level of divisiveness. And it started with Donald Trump and his effort to steal the elections.
I don't think there'd be a lot of people disagreeing with you on how far things have sunk indeed. Republicans could not agree on punishment and didn't want to strip seniority from Democrats there. Do you think that opens the door at all for any negotiation?
Well, I certainly am not in favor of making Texas Washington. And
Yeah.
I'm hoping that there are more people on the Republican side of the aisle that feels the same way. Of course, the parties want to try to negotiate on these fines and fees, but
It it seems like people on the other side of the aisle, or at least some people, may not want to make this as harsh as others.
well, I certainly hope that is the case. I mean, we have a time-honored tradition in Texas of trying to get along. We all sit in the same members lounge and tend to try to eat together. We haven't been doing that lately. So the tensions are definitely high, but I think if we want to get Texas back to being Texas and not Washington, being some negotiating on these fees and fines would be good.
And are we talking? Are you expecting fees, fines? What are you expecting the Republicans to try to do as far as punishing quorum breakers?
Well, there was a whole slew of bills that have been referred to the House Administration Committee, taking away seniority, all the way from making a quorum just a majority of the body, which they
Yeah.
never passed, on making permanent deductions in our office holder accounts. Um,
Yeah, there's a lot on the table right now. Is there a chance that a number of things passes?
well, we don't meet tomorrow until 1:30, and I'm hoping that the speaker looks at the governor's call and we get finishing out of here before Labor Day weekend, but I'm not sure about that.
And you guys are not meeting on Monday, is that right?
I don't know.
Oh,
I
you
know
haven't heard for
we're
sure.
I haven't heard for sure. I know we're meeting tomorrow at 1:30, and we don't come in until 1:30, and we're hearing the abortion bill.
Gotcha. We just interviewed Representative Richard Hayes, a Republican from Denton County. He's the one that has the proposal to reduce the quorum from two-thirds of all members down to a simple majority. And he said something that surprised me. I just confirmed it. Representative John Bryant, Dallas Democrat, who I know you know,
Mhm.
he's fine with that. I texted John Bryant. I said, I just want to make sure I understand this, that you are okay with this and have signed on to it. He says he's fully supports the quorum break. He was involved in it, as you know, but he thinks that if voters elect such slim majorities, those slim majorities still have to govern. What are your thoughts on that? Is this something you could get on board with?
No, I still think that a quorum should be 2/3 of the majority. But, when we're making these rules, you have to realize, well, the party in power might not always be the party in power.
Yeah.
And so you want to make the rules with the somewhat eye to fairness to both parties and what is required for them to represent their constituents. And us going on quorum break was definitely a nuclear option that we had to do because the integrity of voting rights was at stake.
The House and Senate have separately passed flood relief. Nothing has made it to the governor's desk. This, even as ivermectin has now been signed into law, allowing that in pharmacies. What are your thoughts on this? Because Republicans say, listen, we have a lot to do and we're going to get to flood relief, but it's doesn't look like it's a priority.
It doesn't look like it's a priority, and I believe in letting my doctor decide my drugs, and so I don't know why we will be taking this up with such diligence at this time.
The House tomorrow will consider the abortion pill by Representative Jeff Leach. What do you expect that debate to be like?
Oh, the woman's right to choose has been taken away, and I don't know why we have to go to such an extreme level as this. I don't have any daughters, but I have sons and hopefully a daughter-in-law, and I hate the thought of my grandchildren and her rights being less than mine on pro-choice issues. It is really a shame.
It's going to be, I would guess, one of the more heated debates
It will
of
be
the
a heated
session.
debate. And Jason, you have to realize we're talking about prescriptions from other states. That's
Right.
unconstitutional and an unfair burden on interstate commerce.
Well,
We,
I mean, haven't courts already said that? I mean, courts have already
yes, I
said
think the
that it's,
courts have said that. I don't know, we're
yeah.
living in a Trump era where the law just doesn't seem to matter, but that is the law, and we'll make a forcible case about that tomorrow during debate.
Yeah, it would seem like that would stand up. Here's the last question I had for you. 2 weeks left in the special session here. Do you expect a third special session?
I can't imagine what else could possibly be left to beat up on the minority party. Trump has already tried to steal the congressional elections because he knows that his policies are unpopular, and it seems like he would want to go home and not keep making a spectacle of himself.
I know lawmakers want to go home as well. Representative, you live there in Austin, but thanks so much for the time.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Jason.